Hello students, I Sudham Badgujar from Abida Inamdar Junior College, Pune. Today we are going to study the third chapter of Maths Paper 2. Even during the lockdown period, we teachers are providing quality teaching from home just for you. So study seriously. Let's start with indefinite integration. What is meant by integration? The name integration calculus has its origin in the process of summation because the word to integrate means to find the summation of. That is, integration is nothing but summation. Now we will try to find the function whose derivative is known or it may be given. Suppose the function is find out, but whose derivative is given. We will find suppose g of x such that its derivative is given. To find out g of x here, but its derivative is f of x. Here the integration of f of x, that is integration of RHS, means integration of f of x with respect to x is g of x, or we can say that g of x is called as primitive of f of x or antiderivative. Integration is nothing but reverse process. For example, you are familiar with derivative of sin x. What is derivative of sin x with respect to x? Is cos x. So d by dx of sin x is cos x and integral of cos x with respect to x is sin x. This is shown with the sign of integration, namely this symbol, this sign. We write integration of cos x dx is equal to sin x. Now the sign of integration is nothing but this one. Okay, this symbol, or we can say here this symbol inside f of x into dx means here the integration of f of x with respect to x here means the variable is x. Okay, see here integration of cos x dx is sin x. Integration of cos x dx is sin x. Suppose the integration of f of t into dt. So t is a variable here. Into dt means t is variable. You have to integrate this function f of x with respect to t. Okay, so you remember the integration symbol is nothing but this sign. Okay, integration symbol is nothing but this sign. It's very simple. This sign, something is here, function is here into dx. Okay, or some function here into dp or d theta means theta is variable here. Means here this one you have to integrate this function with respect to theta. It's very simple. Okay, so integration of cos x dx is equal to sin x because of we have derivative of sin x is cos x. In this chapter we will study indefinite integrals and their elementary properties including method of integration. Here this point is very important. Suppose derivative of one function is another function, particularly here I take g of x and f of x. If f of x and g of x are any two function such that here the derivative of g of x is f of x, then integration of f of x is g of x. Okay, derivative of suppose f of x, sorry, g of x is f of x. Derivative of g of x is f of x Then integration of RHS, what is RHS here? F of x is g of x. Here it is vice versa, means it is if and only if. Suppose integration of f of x is equal to g of x is given, then integration derivative of RHS, that is derivative of g of x, is f of x. Okay, if and only if form. If and only if form. For example, derivative of sin x is cos x, then according to definition of integration, according to definition of integration, integration of cos x is sin x. One more example, you are familiar with derivative of tan x. What is derivative of tan x? It is sec square x. So integration of sec square x is tan x by definition. So here you must remember the derivative of g of x is equal to derivative of, you remember here this point, derivative of g of x is equal to f of x if and only if integration of f of x is equal to g of x. That's it. Integration of f of x is equal to g of x, read as an integral of f of x with respect to x is g of x. Since the derivative of constant function with respect to x is 0, we can write in this way also, that is integration of f of x is equal to g of x plus c. Why? Because of here integration of derivative of constant function or constant number is 0. Okay. So here while taking derivative of RHS, see derivative of g of x plus derivative of c because of u plus v form. What is derivative of g of x? F of x plus derivative of c is 0. So integration is very simple process. You have to tally that one, taking the derivative of RHS, you will get the given function. Here the derivative of constant is 0, so we have to write plus c in final answer, where c is an arbitrary constant and c can take infinitely many values. I want to show you by taking particular example why we write plus c here. Suppose derivative of sin x is cos x, then by definition of integration of cos x is sin x. Second is derivative of sin x plus 3 is equal to cos x. Again by definition of integration, what is integration of cos x? Sin x plus 3. Now third one is, I am taking in this way, you can take any number here. Third one is derivative of sin x minus half is equal to cos x. So integration of cos x is equal to sin x minus half. Instead of minus half, suppose minus 9 by 2, then here again 9 by 2. Instead of 3 is 30, then here also 30. Okay. Now you have to observe is equation number 1, 2, 3. See here the LHS side of the result. Integration of cos x, it's a fix. For first, second, third, integration of cos x dx, integration of cos x dx, integration of cos x dx. But the RHS sides are not same. Here in first case it is sin x plus 0. Here it is sin x plus 3, and for third sin x minus half. Okay, means here its values are varies. So you must write c plus c here. Now the LHS of these all three equations are same, but RHS are different because of the derivative of constant is 0. So you must write plus c here, that is integration of cos x is equal to sin x plus c. Here this c may be 0 or c may be 3, c may be minus half. Okay. So you must remember while solving the integration, finally you put plus c in last answer. Okay. Because of derivative of constant number is 0. Now we will start standard formulas. Now standard integrals. Formula number 1, integration of x raised to n is equal to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c, where n is not equal to minus 1 and n is any number. It may be rational number, real number, okay, it is any number. See here you have to observe this one. Here it is a base power form, x raised to n, base power form, but base is variable and power is any number, then its result is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. What is about derivative? See, derivative, in case of derivative of x raised to n is equal to n into x raised to n minus 1. Okay, it is a reverse process while taking integration. See, in derivative its power is multiple and in integration power is at denominator, whatever may be power of x. What is the power of x in this result? N plus 1, then which is at denominator. Okay. While taking derivative, you have to subtract 1 from power, okay, and for integration you have to add 1 at power. Okay, it is very simple. You remember, in this way integration of variable raised to number, not any function, x is fixed here, x raised to n is equal to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. You must write c here, where c is called as integration constant. Okay. For example, here, for example, integration of x cube. Here do not read in this way, integration of x cube dx or integration of x raised to n dx. You have to say integration of x raised to n, that is it. But while writing, you must write that symbol into dx also, function and dx. Okay. Now, for example, integration of x cube dx, integration of x cube is nothing but, which form is this? Variable raised to number form, that is nothing but x raised to, yes, it is 4, 3 plus 1 is 4 upon same power plus c. Another example, integration of x raised to minus 9, it become x raised to minus 9 plus 1 is, that is minus 8 upon minus 8 plus c, that is it. Okay. We can take one more example, that is integration of x raised to 3 by 2, it become x raised to 3 by 2 plus 1 upon 3 by 2 plus 1 plus c. Then you have to simplify this addition of this fraction, you will get final answer. Okay. It is very simple, that is the application of the formula. Means variable raised to number you have to apply formula number 1. Now, formula number 2, integration of ax plus b bracket raised to n is equal to ax plus b bracket raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 into a plus c. What is c? Integration constant, and here n is not equal to minus 1 and n is any rational number or real number. Suppose n is equal to minus 1 here, or in this case what happen here, that is minus 1 plus 1 is 0 and denominator 0 is, that is denominator 0 is meaningless. So, n is not equal to minus 1 here. Now, I am talking about formula number 2. See here, integration of f of x raised to n is not possible. We cannot find out this one, where f of x is any function, maybe log x, maybe inverse, whatever may be, we cannot find out that. But in case of derivative it is possible, that is, see, derivative of f of x, f of x raised to any number is possible. Okay. That is n into f of x raised to n minus 1 into derivative of f of x. Means we can easily find out derivative of any function. But in case of integration there is some restriction. Means we cannot find out we cannot find out integration of f of x. I explain again and again because of this is very very important. F of x raised to number. What is f of x? Any function. If in this type the given integration is occurring in this type, means sin x is there or any function, then that time you have to apply substitution method. You must remember, because of we have formula integration of linear is to number only. Okay, what is ax plus b? Ax plus b is nothing but linear polynomial. If it is quadratic, then it is another method. If it is sin x, tan x, cot x, log x, inverse, whatever may be, then again we have to apply another method. There is no standard formula. So you must remember all standard formulas. Okay, you have to remember with observation. That is very very important. What is base function here? Base function is always linear function. Okay, not quadratic or not any function. Integration of f of x bracket raised to n is not possible. I am telling you again and again. Okay, here it is only linear polynomial raised to, always linear polynomial, not any linear function. Is not possible 3 sin x minus 1 the bracket cube. This is not linear polynomial, it is a trigonometric form. Okay, we cannot integrate like this by ax plus b. Okay, so you remember here, means it should be linear. Then how to apply this formula? Suppose it is for example integration of 9x minus 5 bracket raised to 6. See, base function is linear, 9x minus 5, it is nothing but ax plus b form. So its integration is nothing but 9x minus 5 bracket raised to 6 plus 1, it becomes 7, divided by 7 into what is a here? A is nothing but coefficient of x. 7 into coefficient of x is 9 plus c. That's it. Okay, means ax plus b bracket raised to n. You must remember, that is ax plus b bracket raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 into coefficient of x, whatever may be the coefficient of x here. One more example, suppose integration of 3 minus x by 2 bracket raised to 7 with respect to x is nothing but, it is also linear, x is at numerator not at denominator. Okay, here, so see here this result is 3 minus x by 2 bracket raised to 7 plus 1, yes it is 8, divided by 8 into, what is the coefficient of x here? Minus half, x into minus half plus c. Now you have to simplify this, you will get final answer. That's it. Now continue formula number 3, that is derivative of, derivative of x is 1. So integration of RHS means integration of 1 dx, or written as integration of dx only, is equal to x plus c. Here derivative of x is equal to 1. So integration of RHS is equal to x plus c. It's very simple. Next one, you are familiar with derivative of cos x. What is derivative of cos x? Minus sin x. So derivative of minus cos x is equal to plus sin x. Then by definition of integration, integration of sin x is equal to minus cos x plus c, right? Minus cos x plus c. Again here you have to observe the angle. Here angle is x. Okay, angle is x. So you must remember derivative of sin x is equal to minus cos x. But in case of integration of sin x is minus cos x plus c. But in case of derivative of sin x is plus cos x. Because of integration is nothing but antiderivative, inverse process. The derivative of sin is plus and integration of sin is minus. Okay, is simple difference is there. Now I am taking linear angle here. So integration of sin of ax plus b is equal to minus cos of ax plus b divided by coefficient of x plus c. Okay, here also same thing, derivative of I will show you in next one. See, we have derivative of sin x. What is derivative of sin x? It is cos x. Derivative of sin x is cos x. So, integration of cos x, it becomes sin x plus c. Integration of sin cos x is equal to sin x plus c. You must write plus c for each one. Then integration of cos of ax plus b is equal to sin of ax plus b divided by coefficient of a. See, while taking derivative in previous chapter, I explained already each and every point in previous chapter, that is derivative of sin of f of x, derivative of sin of f of x is equal to cos of f of x into derivative of angle f of x. Okay. Whatever may be this f of x is any function. It may be logarithmic, inverse, whatever may be. We can easily find out its derivative. But in case of integration of cos or sin of f of x with respect to x is not possible. We cannot find out this, where f of x is any function except x and linear, is not possible. Okay. So, what is the standard formula? In standard formula, angle should be linear. If it is not x, then that should be linear. If it is not linear, then you must apply substitution method. Then that time you have to apply substitution method. Okay. So, you have to learn these formulas with observation. What is the angle here? In case of derivative, any angle is possible, but in case of integration, angle is either x or it should be linear, not any function. If it is any function, then you have to apply substitution method. That's it. Okay. Now, see, we have derivative of sin x, derivative of cos x. Next one is derivative of tan x. 1 minute, I want to take this another marker point. See, this one I select this one, that is derivative of, suppose, tan x. What is derivative of tan x? Sec square x. So, by definition of integration of sec square x is tan x. Okay. See, how to get this one? Here you have to get this standard formulas, either integration of sec square x, integration of cos x, integration of sin x, from standard formulas of derivatives. Okay. See, in derivative of tan x, in this case derivative of tan x is sec square x. So, integration of sec square x is equal to tan x plus c. Now, again in general form, we generalize that is instead of angle x, I can take ax plus b. You must remember, angle should be linear in integration cases. Okay. That is integration of sec square of ax plus b is equal to tan of ax plus b upon coefficient of x plus c. Now, next part is derivative of cot x. What is derivative of cot x? Minus cosec square x. So, derivative of minus cot x is equal to plus cosec square x. Hence, integration of cosec square x dx is equal to minus cot x plus c. Again, generalize this, is nothing but integration of cosec square of ax plus b into dx is equal to minus cot of ax plus b divided by coefficient of x plus c. Right. Then, see, we have derivative of sec x. 1 minute, sorry, I want to take this marker here, small one, that is derivative of sec x. What is derivative of sec x? Sec x into tan x. So, integration of sec x tan x is equal to sec x plus c. Again we have to generalize this one, that is integration of sec of ax plus b into tan of ax plus b is equal to sec of ax plus b divided by coefficient of x. Again we have one standard derivative, that is integration of cosec x. What is integration of cosec x? That is minus cosec x into cot x. So derivative of minus cosec x, it become plus. Hence the integration of cosec x cot x is equal to minus cosec x plus c. Again by generalize this by taking angle ax plus b, that is it. Okay. Now here we have standard integration. I want to show you, see standard derivative, in derivative of sin x is cos x, then integration we get integration of cos x. Again derivative of cos x, then derivative of tan x, then derivative of cot x. Again we have standard formula of derivative of sec x, and we have derivative of cosec x. Okay. See, we have all 6 standard formulas of derivatives. Derivative of sin x, see here integration is nothing but antiderivative. So you must remember all standard formulas of derivatives, then you will get standard formulas of integration easily. See, we have all 6 standard formulas of derivative: derivative of sin x, derivative of cos x, derivative of tan x, derivative of cot x, derivative of sec x, and derivative of cosec x. Okay. What is derivative of sin x? That is cos x. So integration of cos x is sin x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So integration of sin x is minus cos x. Derivative of tan x is sec square x. So we have the standard formulas of integration. See here, integration of sin x according to definition of integration of cos x, integration of sec square x, because of derivative of tan x is sec square x, then integration of cosec square x, because of derivative of cot x is cosec square x minus cosec square x. Then we have integration of sec x tan x, then integration of cosec x into cot x. Now you have to observe this all 6 results. These results can be obtained we obtain from standard derivative of functions, standard formulas of derivatives. Okay. We get integration of sin x, integration of cos x, sec square x. Here you have to observe, here we have sin x, cos x. Okay. There is no tan x, integration of tan x is not here, integration of sec x is not there, cot x is not there. Okay. Here we have now, right now we have 6 formulas: sin x, cos x, sec square x. These are the square form, sec square x and cosec square x, and these 2 are in multiplication form. But there is no integration of tan x, integration of cot x, sec x, but you must remember that formula, so we can derive that. In second type, in substitution method, we have to derive one theorem. After that we can prove integration of tan x, cot x and sec x, as well as integration of cosec x. Okay. See, there are 10 standard formulas of integration, 10 formulas. Which formulas? Trigonometric function. Standard formulas, there are 10 trigonometric standard formulas of integration. See, these are 6 and 4 are more, that is integration of tan x, integration of cot x, integration of sec x, integration of cosec x. Okay. So you must remember integration of tan x, cot x for derivation also. So here integration of tan x is equal to log of sec x plus c. If you take derivative of RHS, you will get tan x, but we have to prove that. Okay. So again generalize this, that is the integration of tan of ax plus b is equal to log of ax plus b divided by coefficient of x plus c. Again integration of cot x is equal to log of sin x plus c. Again generalize this, that is integration of cot of ax plus b is equal to log of sin of ax plus b upon a plus c. The next one is integration of sec x is equal to log of sec x plus tan x. This is also we can derive this. All these tan, cot, integration of sec x and integration of cosec x, these are very important. So we can derive afterward. Now integration of sec of, again we have one more formula, integration of sec x dx is equal to log of tan of pi by 4 plus x by 2. After simplifying you will get this result. Again you have to generalize this. Okay, next one is integration of cosec x dx is equal to log of cosec x minus cot x, or here you have to prove this ones. 1 minute, I want to take this marker, is equal to, that is log of tan of x by 2 plus c, x by 2 plus c. We can derive this also. Okay, next one is integration of sec of ax plus b. Okay, sec of ax plus b. See, there are 10 standard formulas of trigonometric function. You must remember all these standard formulas. Okay, now it is exponential form. The formula number 24, it is base power form, but in this case power is variable and base is a fixed number, it is e, it is an irrational number. So derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, so integration of e raised to x is also same, that is e raised to x plus c. Now suppose power is ax plus b, instead of x it is ax plus b, that is integration of e raised to ax plus b is equal to e raised to ax plus b upon a plus c. Now again we have derivative of ax upon log a is equal to 1 upon a, you have to write outside, derivative of a raised to x is equal to a raised to x into log a get cancelled, so it become a raised to x. Hence the integration of a raised to x is equal to a raised to x upon log a plus c. Now generalize this, that is integration of a raised to px plus q is equal to a raised to px plus q, the power keep as it is, divided by p times log a plus c. Okay, p times log a plus c, whatever may be, power is linear. Again in that case power should not be f of x. Now formula number 28, you know derivative of log x is 1 upon x, so integration of 1 upon x is equal to log x plus c, right? Here in this case base is e, or this one written as integration of dx upon x, or we can say that integration of 1 upon x into dx, or integration of dx upon x is equal to log x plus c. Again generalize this one, integration of 1 upon ax plus b into dx, or dx upon ax plus b is equal to log of ax plus b upon a plus c. Again here you have to observe this, here integration of 1 upon f of x is not possible. Okay, is not possible. If it is given, then you have to apply another method, don't apply direct value. Suppose it is integration of 1 upon or dx upon 3x square minus 5x plus 1, don't take log of denominator. Okay, is not possible. It has another cases, by completing square method, by factorization method, means by partial fraction, whatever may be. Okay, so in this formula you must remember denominator should be linear, that is ax plus b. How many polynomials are here? Infinitely many polynomials. Substitute a and b. What are the values of a and b? A and b are real numbers, that is 3x plus 5, 3x minus 9, 3x plus 7, 3x plus half, 3x plus root 3. You can change the coefficient of x also, so you will get so many polynomials. Okay, but you have to observe the function, that is 1 upon linear, it should be linear in terms of x, then log of denominator upon coefficient of x plus c. Now another formula here, integration of 1 upon 1 plus x square is equal to tan inverse x. Why? Because of we have integration of tan inverse x is equal to 1 upon tan inverse x is equal to, sorry, it is dx, it is 1. Okay, 1 upon tan inverse x, derivative of tan inverse x is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x square. So integration of 1 upon 1 plus x square into dx, or dx upon 1 plus x square is nothing but tan inverse x. Okay, again we have to generalize this, but before we generalize, I will show you the integration of dx upon 1 minus x square is equal to half into log of 1 minus x upon 1 plus x plus c. Okay. Now, next part is the another formulas are very important, they generalize the inverse form. See here previous was, see dx upon, I want to show you integration of dx upon linear, that is ax plus b. Okay, then it is log of denominator upon coefficient of x plus c. Instead of linear, if it is quadratic polynomial, either coefficient of x square is positive or negative. So, you must convert in previous standard form. Okay. So, you must convert in this form, that is dx upon x square plus a square or a square plus x square form. Okay. See, these three are similar terms. See, you can observe LHS, formula 32 to 34. LHS are similar type, that is integration of a square plus x square, 33 integration of dx upon x a square minus x square, 34 integration of dx upon x square minus s square, means difference or sum of perfect square term, but one of the term is variable, the results are different. Okay. What is 32? Integration of dx upon a square plus x equal to 1 upon a tan inverse of x upon a plus c, and here 33 and 34 are similar. Okay. See a square, I want to show you, see a square minus x square, here coefficient of variable is negative, then 1 upon twice a, in this case also 1 upon twice a, both are similar, log, but coefficient of x square is negative, then a plus x, taking opposite here, a plus x upon a minus x, and here for 34 integration of dx upon x square minus a square is nothing but 1 upon twice a into log of x minus a upon x plus a. We can derive this all three results. These are very important results, we can prove that one. Okay. Now, next part is formula number 35. See, derivative of sin inverse x is equal to 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square, then integration of 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square is equal to sin inverse x plus c. Okay, sin inverse x plus c. Here it is 1, but now see you have to observe this one, 1 upon x square plus a square plus x square, 1 upon integration of 1 upon a square minus x square, and this one. If the polynomial, denominator polynomial is in under root form, so we need the standard formulas. So, again we get all three results, that is formula number 36, yes it is 36, integration of dx upon under root of a square minus x square, 37 integration of dx upon under root of x square minus s square, and integration of dx upon x square plus s square. Okay. All are in under root form. Okay. All are in under root form. So, its result become, it is sin inverse of, see first one is sin inverse of x upon a, second is second and third is similar. When you have to apply sin inverse is here, dx upon integration of dx upon under root of a square minus x square. If the coefficient of x square is negative, then it becomes sin inverse of x upon a. If coefficient of x square is positive here, positive, then its result is log of, both are similar, previous was also similar, log of x plus the given denominator as it is, here also log of x plus under root of x square plus a square plus c, that is it. Okay. It is very simple. See here previous was 32 to 34, that is dx upon sum or difference of perfect square term, here 36 to 38, that is dx upon under root of sum or difference of perfect square term, but which is at numerator. See formula number 39 to 41, see all are in at numerator. See, it is numerator. Okay, previous was 1 upon, that is that factor is at denominator, but in this case here it is numerator, that is integration of dx upon x square plus a square, here integration of dx upon under root of x square minus s square, and 41 is integration of dx up, sorry, in 39 integration of under root of x square plus s square into dx, 40 integration of under root of x square minus s square, and 41 integration of under root of s square minus x square. Now here the factors are similar. See, RHS x by 2 x by 2 x by 2 for each. Then this one is you have to write as it is, that is under root of x square plus s square. Here for 40th under root of x square minus s square, and here under root of x square minus s square minus x square. Again plus a square by 2 minus a square by 2 here. Okay, here it is minus a square by 2, here it is a mistake, that is minus a square by 2 here, minus a square by 2 into log of x plus under root of a square plus s square. Now this one is, that is x by 2 into under root of a square plus this one, then it is also, that is a square by 2 into sine inverse of this one. Now another form, this is also similar type of formulae, you can remember that. Now formula number 42, integration of f dash of x upon f of x into dx, that is log of f of x plus c, means numerator is derivative of denominator, then log of denominator. Formula number 43, integration of e raised to x into bracket f of x plus f dash of x is equal to e raised to x into f of x plus c. Here the sum of e raised to x into bracket, the sum of two function, but one of the function is the derivative of other one. Then next one 44, integration of f dash of x upon under root of f of x is equal to 2 times denominator plus c. Now 45, integration of f of x raised to n into f dash of x into dx is equal to f of x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. Now last formula is u into v, product rule. See, in case of derivative we have addition rule, subtraction rule, multiplication rule, division rule, but in integration we have addition, subtraction, and lastly we will study multiplication rule. There is no u upon v formula. Okay, I will explain in next video for solving 3.1, exercise 3.1. That time I will clear that point. Now last formula, integration of u into v is equal to u into integration of v dx minus integration bracket integration of v dx into derivative of u dx, or you can say that integration of first into second. See, you can say that integration of first into second, that is first keep as it is, integration of second in minus integration bracket integration of second into derivative of first, means here second function is integrable. What is the formula? Integration of u into v is equal to u, first function keep as it is, integration of second minus integration bracket integration of second into derivative of first, that's it. Okay, now here there are 46 formulas. I covered all these 46 formulas. Okay, now this is very important, you must remember all these results, all these formulas, right? These are very important. I am telling you again and again, these are very important. You have to learn with observation. If you enjoy this video, then do not forget to like and share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe my channel. We'll see in next video.